Ja, mal gucken, ob es jetzt geht hier. Story continue.
Open blinds.
Good morning, Adam. You have one new message.
From?
David Sarif.
Play it.
Adam, it's David. I know it's been a while, but after what happened in Prague yesterday... Look, son, whatever reasons you've had for not getting in touch these last 2 years, well, life's too short. I'm leaving for London soon, but give me a call.
You saved his vidcall number?
Yes, Adam. Just activate your TV system.
Alles nochmal einsammeln, was ich schon gesammelt habe.
You know, before that little musical interlude there, I was talking about some serious shit. So let's keep going. First of all, let me get this out of the way when talking about the argument. I've always hated that incident. Incident? Steve used it to hit after getting the light on match.
As you wish.
Holy shit. Combat Rifle, Armor, Schießen brauche ich nicht. EMP Ammo. Regular Ammo. Trank Darts brauche ich. Stun Gun Ammo brauche ich nicht. Stash. Erstmal chillen.
The third day of Prague in recent months. Is this really the face of a pacifist? Join the discussion online and let us know what you think. This is Eliza Kazan, reporting to you live from Picus. Picus News, the global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. And now for a close look at the events making headlines around the world. Here are our top stories. And now for a close look at events making headlines around the world. The impact of the AUG incident is still being felt, 2 years after the fact. The fear, the hatred, the violence. In the northwestern United States, a group of non-augmented citizens, armed with assault rifles, have begun patrolling the streets of Lewistown, Montana. They claim the U.S. government is not doing enough to protect them from augmented crazies. In China, meanwhile, a group of protesters demanding freedom and basic human rights for all, regardless of augmented status, have been imprisoned by the Chinese government. In apparent retribution for that act, vigilante hackers tied to the Juggernaut Collective have crashed the Shenzhen Stock Exchange. Yes, folks, these are troubled times indeed. This is Eliza Kazan, reporting to you live
the Santo Group. Construction, arcology, quality, excellence. Santo, restoring the past and building the future.
No doubt many viewers were horrified by that story I brought to you
Wie
last
komme ich hier wieder raus?
in which a suicide gunman ruthlessly attacked a small augmented community. Today, I'm here to bring you a glimmer of hope. European-based construction giant the Santo Group has successfully convinced the Tanzanian government to become a signatory of its Safe Harbor initiative. Designed to promote the creation of safe and secure housing complexes where oppressed groups can live and work, free from persecution, this international civil engineering and action plan is the brainchild of Santo CEO.
Mit dem Pad geht's oder was? Lächerlich, ey.
One of Brown's
Seraph anrufen oder nicht?
Out of sight, out of mind. I'll keep you safe.
Miller, it's Jensen.
It's good to finally hear from you, Agent. You doing okay?
Sorry about the downtime. I'll get to the office as soon as I can, but my Augs took a hit during the attack. I need to get them looked at.
Of course. There's a lot of work ahead of us, Jensen. I'll see you when you get in.
Jo, da kann ich nichts machen.
Dr. Kohler, I need to pay you a visit.
Jensen! Now's actually a really good time for me, like right now!
Something wrong?
There are some guys in my bookshop. Pissed off the Valley gangster-looking guys. So, unless you want bloodshed the day after a terror attack...
The front door isn't the most peaceful option. I got it.
Maybe I'm not making myself clear. I don't want to fuck with you, Eva. But things need to change around here. I got the connections now. I got the valleys. With that kind of muscle, I can expand this whole operation. The only deal with the valleys is 20. That's it. 20% guarantees Neon is the go-to drug all across Europe. 20% is nothing for that kind of... Well, I'm bringing the valleys, so I take 50% of what's left. It's only fair. Look, I am bringing the valleys to the table. I deserve a fucking bigger piece.
Augové si připravěj doklady. Dej to pryč, plecháč.
Nothing but trash, as usual.
Do toho atentátu může být zapletený kterejkoliv z nich.
Státní policie.
Jo, einfach mal eine Waffe vom Polizisten ziehen hier, ne?
Na kontrolních bodech prověřovat doklady. Mějte prosím připravený průkaz totožnosti. Mal zu Hause. Oh, zieht er schon wieder die Pistole. Ja, falsche Richtung, was?
This area is restricted to you, Org.
Ja, falsche Richtung.
Get out of here,
Fucking Drachomir.
Ah, jetzt bin ich wieder hier.
No, they cannot evict you if there's no reason.
Mimi is being manipulated. I don't know exactly, but someone saw him in the sewers, at the mercy of a man's voice. A cult of some kind? They say there is a resurgence.
Da komme ich nicht durch.
He spent all his time hiding, dreaming of utopias that night.
Schön. Das geht schnell.
I like it down here. If you don't, then you can just fuck off.
toi. Psst. Please, don't tell anyone. Wisnik's not supposed to be here. Shh. But I am here.
I'll take your word for it.
I was part of it. The hive mind. Inside the gate, I questioned what holds us together. Where? Why? Now this. Exiled from exile. I have been disconnected.
Disconnected? Disconnected from what? I don't understand what you're saying.
If there is a lack of understanding between my brains, may not always misfire like these. He did this to me. It's what it does. But I can't force you, because I'm not like him.
Not like who? Who forced you?
Together, they succumbanize to him. Him, the opportunist, the savior, the rat. When I resisted, I saw. It made him fear me.
Who are you talking about? Who are the people inside the gate?
They are the outcasts, the illegals, the weak and the frightened. We found solace in him, something worth defending. But it was not a choice.
If it wasn't a choice, then what was it?
The Pied Piper was a rat. His instrument was invasive. The others cannot hear it, but I can. The signal. I was too close, and now I'm too far. But you will see through him.
Let me see if I got this straight. The Pied Piper led you down here, and the Pied Piper is a rat.
Exactly. I'm glad we understand each other. Okay. Just remember, you'll only be able to confront him if he knows that you know that he knows. So, obviously, you'll need the name. The name. I'm not supposed to give it away, but I must. And then you must. Yes?
You're asking me to go beyond that gate, to confront someone who's harmed you, who may be harming others. I'm willing to do that, but I need to know more about what's happening.
He casts them close. He brings them away. You must find out how to uncotangle him from the others, to resist the mentality. They need to be eased out. Figure out what holds them all together, because it's not his personality. When you finally see Richard for who he really is, you realize it cannot possibly be that.
Richard, huh? All right. Let's go see what I've agreed to.
The Pied Piper is a rat. A rat! Wisnik could use some help. Wisnik could use some help.
Stranger, he should not be.
Outside that, he's not doing this.
Do not look at him.
He will harm us. He cannot harm us.
He will behave himself.
He will be made to behave. Richard will know what to do.
He will listen to Richard.
Richard, protect us, Richard.
Richard.
Come closer. Let me see you. There's nothing to be scared of. Everyone's worst impulses get checked at the door, yours included. I hope you understand the need for it. We preach pacifism here. Alternatives to terror. Don't want animals dragging in the mud.
Who are you? What is all this?
This is what the new freedom looks like. A collaborative elaboration of the imaginative experience.
Experiments of some kind.
We're beyond experiments. We're establishing truths, new models of belonging and community, ones in which people can actually live.
Your own little utopia. There's a man outside who... He asked me to come. He said you... The man outside.
I know what it's like outside. Trapped between acts of humiliation and acts of terror. Between resolutions and registry codes. The canned laughter. The scripted dreams. It's no longer a place for people.
I came because I thought something was... It's wrong. I had reason to believe something's wrong.
Everything is wrong. That's why we're here. Bracketing out the terrors. If only in this one tiny corner of the world. Allow me to suggest something. A version of you. A version that strips away all suspicions, free of the sinister cells we cling to along the way. Here, you can be free of the injustices, the suffering, your own animal impulses. Finally, you can be human.
Visnick said I had to see through you, your attempts at manipulation, to see you for what you...
Some part of you abhors violence. Some part of everyone does. See, I know you better than you know yourself. I know you don't want to hurt anyone.
I may not know exactly what's going on here, but I do know that an honest man wouldn't need to hide behind a...
I know what you're thinking. You can't wait to be the best version of yourself.
I don't know for a fact that you're doing anything wrong.
That's because I'm not. Unless you count saving these people. We live in a world of brutality, repression, exile. The Restoration Act is the single greatest human rights violation of all time. These people deserve better than that.
Most men who claim to be saviors,
You have a skeptical personality. It's understandable. You're a product of your time. No one's forcing you to stay.
You want me to leave? With Visnick?
I want you to understand. The people who choose to be here, they are good people. And with my help, they have done something miraculous. They have found a better version of themselves, of society. Promise me you won't jeopardize that.
I think you're the one who's harming these people.
As you can see, I'm not harming anyone. I know you believe.
I didn't come here to jeopardize these people.
That's good enough. That's all I need to hear. I need you to stop and to ask yourself, what am I contributing to the experience? You know who you are. You know what I'm talking about. I see what you see when you close your eyes. The Elvira is no longer a plot. There are no odds or naturalists, no criminals or cowards. There is only a shared sense of needing to be better than we are. We all know what that can do to a man. We all saw what happened to Vision. Get away from there! Here is all we have left. A scrap of sewer. They control everywhere else, with their laws, their threats, their guns. But together, we can make it here wherever we want it to be. Here can last forever. One among you is armed to the teeth. Is a tree of thorns. But not even he can act upon his next impulses. Here, deep down, he knows it's wrong. Can you all feel it? We are becoming someone else, not through fear, not through technology, not through long-drawn trials and errors of evolution. We are doing it through sheer force of will. Oh, Marius, I want you to listen carefully to my voice. Listen to me. Even when you can no longer hear me, I want you to keep listening. The old Byron is no longer applied. There are no odds or naturalists, no criminals or cowards. There is only a shared sense of need to be better than we are. Do not doubt yourself, Thomas. We all know what that can do to a man. We all saw what happened to Vision. That other place, the place we were never really part of, it belongs to them. It's always belonged to them. In their world, we are the humiliated, the scavengers, the oppressed. But here we can be so much more.
Stop this! We didn't want this here.
Bravo. Look at me.
China, meanwhile, a group of protesters demanding freedom and basic human rights for all, regardless of augmented status, have been imprisoned by the Chinese government. In apparent retribution for that act, vigilante hackers tied to the Juggernaut Collective have crashed the Shenzhen Stock Exchange. Yes, folks, these are troubled times indeed. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
The Santo. Construction, arcology, quality, excellence. Santo. Restoring the past and building the future.
No doubt many viewers were horrified by that story I brought to you last week, in which a suicide gunman ruthlessly attacked a small augmented community near Dar es Salaam. Today, I'm here to bring you a glimmer of hope. European-based construction giant the Santo Group has successfully convinced the Tanzanian government to become a signatory of its Safe Harbor initiative. Designed to promote the creation of safe and secure housing complexes where oppressed groups can live and work, free from persecution, this international civil engineering and action plan is the brainchild of Santo CEO, Nathaniel Brown. Its flagship project, a glittering engineered city named Rapia, is slated to be publicly unveiled at one of Brown's upcoming cities.
Something terrible has happened.
Richard can no longer persuade anyone of anything. The others are free of him now, just like you are.
I'm not a model of separation. I questioned him, and then I'm not one of them anymore. But I'm not one of them.
You were right to question him. The fact that you were able to at all when others couldn't says a lot about your strength of character.
I became I again. Temporary signal failure led them to perceive me as a threat. I started thinking differently. I realized how there's two eyes in Wisnik. That's when I figured it all out.
It's a good thing you did. God knows how far this might have gone if Richard had been left unchecked. How many others might have come and been persuaded to stay.
We came to him because we didn't fit the so social schematic, hounded by laws, hated by revolutions. He offered a way out, but there is no way out. Exile from exile is exile.
You're out now, Wisnik. There should be nothing more drawing you to this place, to him. You can go anywhere you want. You can do anything you want.
I am alone. I want to be I am.
Just take it easy. Everything will be fine. Everything will be just fine. You don't know.
License, permit, voucher, document of authority, temporary pass, travel coupon, and/or certificate of authenticity.
Good old days, we'd just ask for ID.
Good old days are gone. Haven't seen one of these before. Orange level. You are some kind of badass?
Just someone with a job to do.
And the tools to do it, obviously. Go on through.
suspicious. What can I get for you?
What can I get you? Beer? Something else?
What else have you got?
Oh, just an item of interest.
For someone who lives off of their sales, you're unusually reserved.
Well, sometimes it's hard to know who to trust, especially these days. For example, I don't suppose you have any neuropozyne you would be willing to spare, do you?
Sorry, I don't.
That's okay, I understand. Times are tough. Is there anything I can do for you?
Nothing, thanks.
Okay, but I'm not sure why you wasted your time coming in here.
Stop right there. Yeah, you. Down on your knees. Hands behind your head.
Look, the terrorists.
That's for me to find out. Hold still.
Jensen, I'm getting worried. Should I be calling every police station in town looking for you?
That's not necessary. I'll be in soon.
Good, because we've got work to do.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Interesting work.
Hate this district. Street is off limits, or your buck. Private function. All businesses are temporarily closed.
Děkujeme za spolupráci.
Don't forget about your permit authentication card. Would hate to be
Alpha. Doc Larry. Show me latest papers. Otherwise you cannot go through here.
I know the drill.
The drill has changed. Too many forgeries. All OGs must now carry a supplementary permit authentication card. Do you have this card?
Must have left it in my other coat.
You expect me to believe that?
I expect you to believe that my docs are up to date.
I wish it was that simple. Unfortunately, brand new measures just got implemented. If you try to continue this way without latest permit, I am legally obliged to shoot you.
Is that right?
My friend, I know what you're thinking. It's terrible the way they make laws against your kind. But listen, maybe I can do something to help. We could come to an understanding.
What kind of understanding?
Lucky for you, I know a guy. An expert in permitification. A document agent. He offers permits, authentication cards. Peace of mind. With his help, you go wherever you want, whenever you want. No more hassles. What do you say?
Supposing I wanted to pass through here right now, before getting this special document of yours. Any way for me to do that?
Sure. I suggest our pay-and-go plan. It consists of you paying me, and then me letting you go.
You mean bribery?
Wink wink, my friend. I prefer the term standard fine. Tell you what, I'll even give you the good citizen discount. Just this once.
Seems to me like you're taking advantage of Augs, preying on their paranoia.
I am in the business of selling hope. A chance to walk free, to stay out of Golem. Otherwise you risk trouble with the law. Not fun for a foreign Aug like you. Maybe they send you home. Maybe somewhere worse.
Why do I get the feeling you're trying to sell me a car that doesn't work?
I'm not selling anything. I'm saying go look at the car. You need these people on your side. Otherwise you live in constant fear, threat of deportation. Besides, you really want to risk taking on an entire police force? Here in the middle of a crowded city?
After you funnel Augs to this friend of yours, what happens next? You get them to buy some scrap of plastic they probably don't even need? Gouge them for all they're worth?
The permits they get in return, they are very good. Don't underestimate what that can mean to people. You should really go see this friend of mine.
This document agent you mentioned, is he the one in charge? He gets you to stop Augs and offer them this opportunity to do business with him.
Go see for yourself. My friend has documents to pass checkpoints, to keep police off your back, to get into parts of Prague you never knew existed. Tell him Drahomir sent you. You'll see. I give you address, yes?
Alright, give me the address. I think I'd like to see who's behind all this.
Przekazka. There's a courtyard behind the apartment building. Very easy to find. My friend will be there. He will get you latest permit card. Just pay him and don't ask questions.
I'm serious. I saw him last night, out behind the restaurant. He had a mallet in one hand, a bag in the other.
Come on, that's an urban myth.
You'd never know the difference. It's all deep fried. Actually, I'm pretty sure if you've ever eaten at the chicken foot, you weren't eating chicken feet. I got something. I'm here. We'll be fine. I'm expensive.
Getting a little worried. Not completely broken. Why fix it?
Move that dumb metal ass of yours. Checkpoint's on other side of town. Should stop by. Beat it. Money is sold to a creep. She'll come around. That bombing was bad for business.
Maybe we could start going door to door. Raid if the Ogs are scared.
There's too many of us. Too many shares in the take. Bombing was bad for business.
Hogs are getting attacked. They laying low. Are you doing pranks again? Come on, you can sleep later. Boss, my aching head. Just stand up. You'll be okay. Coming up empty over here. God damn it. Look harder. I don't see anything.
Huh? Sure.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
I hope you're not Edward Broad, because you don't look at all like the picture.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Arts and crafts?
I think you work for those scam artists out there. Or do they work for you?
It was never meant to be a scam. More like social services for the disaffected. You know, like no og left behind.
Looks like a forgery ring to me.
I hate the word forgery. I prefer graphic arts activism. I help people to be other people. And seriously, try getting anywhere with forgery on your resume.
You're involved in something that takes advantage of people, and you're worried about your resume?
That may have come out wrong. I mean, yes, career is important, but it's not everything. I know that. I tend to get really nervous when I'm stressed. I'm stressed when... which always just makes things worse. Oh, okay, look. I have no reason to be nervous here, do I? You're totally on my side, right? One of the good guys. Not like Drahomir.
Your friends are out there intimidating Augs, preying on their fears of getting deported. And it seems like you're part of that. You'll be lucky not to go to jail.
I'm already in jail. You think they'll let me leave this place? Drahomir tells people he's a cop, but he's not a cop. He's a bum who stole a uniform and a gun, which he points at people like me to make us do whatever he wants. What was I supposed to do? I sit here and I make the best documents I can.
You were helping those thugs to extort people. That doesn't get much sympathy with me.
The extortion part sucks. I swear to you, I'm totally anti-extortion.
Obviously.
Let me explain better. The government, they print up these official permits each month, but they only sell them to the rich corporate and military allies. Meanwhile, the other orgs, they get cattled out of the city because their documents aren't up to date enough. That's what was happening to my friends.
Government corruption versus organized crime. And regular people get caught in the middle. You gotta love the classics.
When it was just me, I didn't charge anyone. But then Drahomir shows up and turns it into this big operation with fake checkpoints and ridiculous fees. I didn't want anything to do with that. I wanted to stop.
Why didn't you?
I was scared. Drahomir said he would kill me. Looked at me kind of like you're looking at me now. You're not going to kill me, are you?
What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. Look, the real problem is Drahomir and that checkpoint of his. Without him in the picture, the rest of them couldn't run a lemonade stand. Maybe you could... you know...
You think I just walk around shooting people?
Don't you?
I like knowing there are other options.
Okay, so stab him, scare him, or get the police to do their job for once. I remember Drahomir mentioning this cop who threatened him. She was hanging around his checkpoint. Who knows? Maybe there really is one good cop in Prague.
That sounds like the safest bet. Otherwise, you're asking me to pick a fight with a bunch of guys in uniforms. Scam artists or not.
The whole city would come down on you. Still, up to you how you want to handle it.
Right. And just so we're clear, you are going to stop forging documents now.
I don't like getting into trouble. And even worse is other people suffering because of me. No more faking documents ever again. Unless someone really needed one. Then I'd probably do it. I mean, if we knew for a fact that we could help someone. We should do whatever we can, right?
I think it's time to get you away from that forging equipment.
Right. Okay. But you're really not going to ask me about that whole helping people thing? What do you say? Team up? Help some dejected dogs together?
Why do I get the feeling this involves less than legal procedures?
Oh, come on. Your kind are suffering. At least we can help two of them catch a break. The docs I make, they really can fool the authorities. Sort of.
Sort of.
Drahomir flooded the streets with forgeries, so the city started tracking more, adding scanners, validation numbers. Now, unless one of my permits gets activated in the city database, it's just plastic.
So you're telling me these people pay for forgeries and then probably get deported anyway?
It doesn't have to be that way. I have 2 permits that I literally just made. And I think we can really help these people. If you're willing.
Alright, how do we help?
Their names are Edward Broad and Irenka Bauer. Drahomir was going to charge them like 20 more times. But maybe you could just give them the forgeries? Early Christmas present?
You said it's just plastic, that people get deported anyway. How does this help them?
I think I know how to get them activated. As long as you're willing to follow through.
Alright. I'll go meet Edward and Irenka. In the meantime, are you going to be okay here?
Once they learn that Drahomir's been taken care of, the others will leave me alone. He's the one I'm scared of.
We've already taken care of the guys outside. There won't be a problem.
Thank you. As mysterious military types go, you're pretty neat, I guess. By the way, there is a safe over there where they keep their money. I'll give you the code. 2489. Feel free to help yourself.
What about you?
Way ahead of you.
Swallowed us up in their ideology and technological superiority? Starting to sound awfully
Wonder if Drahomir would let us set up a second checkpoint. Hope he fucking washes the uniform this time.
Just because Drahomir looks like a cop, doesn't mean he's a real cop.
Not from here, are you?
What gives it away?
You just walked up to a police officer. And I have this funny feeling you expect something good to come out of it.
I recently got stopped at a fake checkpoint. Heard there was a cop around here who might know what I'm talking about.
Drahomir, he's a slippery fuck. Pays off all the right people, provides all these bullshit documents that prove he's legit. Regional Inspector, my ass. I'm putting a file together.
A file? This guy's dressing up like a cop and harassing Augs in the street.
Sounds like 90% of the people I work with. Listen, the right amount of coin in the right kind of pocket, fancy-looking paperwork, those things go a long way in this city. Especially if the perception is that he's not really doing anything wrong. Just giving Augs a hard time.
There's more to it than that.
That's exactly what I think. Why don't you fill me in? What's Drahomir been up to behind my back?
There was a girl named Elena. The way she tells it, she was forced at gunpoint to work for Drahomir. They kept her in a little room and made her forge documents for them.
Why didn't she go to the police?
She was scared. A lot of people are scared.
Yeah, of course they are. Prague's going to hell. The bad cops don't care and the good ones are too busy filling out forms. Fuck it. Drahomir's been pulling this shit for long enough and I'm sick of being told to ignore it.
Official police business now. Stay out of it. Time to shut it down, Drahomir!
Milena, I've got an update on your friend Drahomir.
I've seen Drahomir pretend to be many things. My friend was never one of them.
It's been taken care of. He's not gonna be a problem anymore.
Thank God. I don't know how you did it, but I'm glad you did. Listen, if you ever need documents for something...
I'll be fine, thanks.
afford it, but...
Come, let's go. Damn vultures. Gouging prices until you are starving. Nothing.
Search and execute.